Go to the people, learn from them, live with them, start with what they know, build with what they have. The best of leaders, when the job is done, when the task is accomplished, it is the people who will say that we have done it ourselves. So that's the kind of leader I want to be. I don't want to be the one to take all the credit. I don't want people to say, oh, you got an award, you're such a good OCP. Or I want them to think about the members, the PLs who really did the hard work and, really, in truth, the OCP delegates most of the time. And the OCP just gives resources for the VPs to follow. So I think we should all understand that the kind of leader I want to be is the kind that makes the members work. And because with working, they actually feel the whole experience of failing, getting back up, and doing it right. And that's what will make you proud to be in this org, because you realize your potential here. So next. So my planned presentation will be like this. First, determine ambition, focus areas and strategies, goals, and timeline. Next. So for the term ambition, I just want ISEC UST to be the only organization in the university that sustainably practices social consciousness and effectively promotes professional growth in a global setting. So I think this is important because org culture isn't that strong in UST. People join orgs so that they have something to write in their resumes. People think they're already a member of an org just because they paid the membership fee, the recruitment fee, or anything. So we've actually had a lot of people claim they're ISECers, but they're really not, because they really thought they were ISECers because they paid the fee. So I want UST to be the only organization in the university that offers these things, and I want us to be recognized as that, because when people see that, hey, there's actually an org in UST that does something and not just, hangs out in the org room or plans parties, those things. There's actually an org in UST where I can learn. So I want that to be ISEC. So for the sustainably practicing social consciousness, this is when a lot of our TNs and PBOX initiatives come in. I want the members to feel like they're contributing to the local issues as well. And in effectively promoting professional growth, I think a lot of UST people want this in an organization because they want to experience, for example, what work life is like, what the work environment is like. And that's why a lot of our members right now are from commerce, because they really like the practical and the technical execution of all the work that we do. And what will make us super duper unique is the global setting. Right now, there are orgs in UST for international students, for Japanese, for Koreans, for those who just like learning other languages, those things. But there's really none that gives you the opportunity to hang out with these people. Like, for example, in ICX, you can hang out with these people. You can actually learn about their country through them rather than just reading it. You can, even when you travel abroad, you have friends there already. So I want UST to experience the network that ISEC brings them. So there. Next is my focus areas and strategies. So first, as I mentioned, the exchange culture. Second, product development. And third, learning. I chose these three because for the exchange culture, I think last term ISEC UST forgot that our main operation is exchange. I think this showed when our biggest project in the first term was So You Think You Can Lead, which was a leadership seminar for outsiders. And sure, it's good engagement with ISEC, but it ended there. It didn't really invite people to join ISEC. It didn't really invite people to go on exchange. It was just, hey, we're ISEC, we're a leadership organization, bow. It ended like that. So I want USC to remember that we do exchange. That's how we deliver our experiences. Those who deliver the service of exchange develop their leadership skills through the OCs they're in, through the recruitment and the racing, and those who receive the service of exchange gain their leadership experience through the projects that they join, through the internships that they join. So that's how we deliver leadership. It's not simply just seminars and conferences. So I want USC to remember that. For product development, since we still don't have products that we do every year, especially since our one product was that seminar, and it actually ended this year also. So we have to establish a sort of timeline of the things USD does every year. So maybe Org Week, Recruitment Week, ISEC Week, ISEC Fair, or those things. So we have to do it now so that the future terms can have something to base it on. Even if we fail, or even if it's not super successful, at least we did it and we know what to do next term. So I think the theme of my term will be just keep executing. No matter how clueless we are of the paperwork and stuff, we keep executing. So there. And the learning, of course. That was also what was lacking in last term. I've talked to a lot of members who really, really want to work, but they don't know where to start. And that's super disappointing because that's hard to come by, that motivation and the eagerness of members. So I think when you just give them information, even if it's just, articles that you saw online or material you got from my isec.net, you have to share it to your members, and you have to make sure that they're not just members of ISEC on paper. I mean, they're like real active and learning members. So that's what I want to do. And how will I do that? Next. So first, for the exchange culture, we need more LC engagement. This is personal, the ICX servicing, because I really, being part of ICX, I really felt guys, can someone do a pickup? Guys, can someone accompany the trainees here? And no one, it's super silence, as in, wala ba kayong pake? Ganon. And I don't want that next term because it's really fun. If you think about it, it's fun to do pickups and it's fun to hang out with trainees. And the members just have to do it at least once so that they realize that. For OGX recruitment, I see nods. For OGX recruitment, we also need LC engagement for this because who would want to go on exchange when there's only one person in the booth? Hey guys, go on exchange. Parang that's so sad to look at. You'd want a lot of people, what's that big crowd over there? What are they talking about? Oh, it's exchange. You can't have people like just Joyce pulling everyone, right? So we need more support from the LC in those things. And they have to realize how important it is to be involved in these little things so that we can deliver our operations well. So next. So for the realignment, like I said, I want the structure to be to have more people in exchange departments. Because really, who will the support departments support if there's no exchange, right? So even for the first term, for the first sem, a lot of people will be in exchange departments. For example, they've learned all they can learn from that department. Some of them want to try something else. They're open to transfer for the next semester. I'm open to reshuffling everything for the next semester. At least majority of the members will understand how we do our operations. So basically that's it. There. So for example, COM will no longer have its own initiatives. Like this term, they had a partnership with Red Whistle. It was very short term, and I didn't really see how that helped us. Sure, we gained, we had engagement with ISEC, Red Whistle now knows what ISEC is, and a lot of people in that pit now know what ISEC is, but we never did anything with that exposure. So these departments will have less of their own private initiatives and have more of, supporting exchange initiatives. So there. Next is, X plus L. I think, so this is the ISEC experience. I think it's going to be very important for our members to, so this is engagement with ISEC, GIP, PLP, PMP, GCVP, and LLC. I think it's going to be really important for our members. Experience exchange as well. It could be after their TL experience or before their TL experience. As long as during their time in ISEC, they go on exchange, even during the summer. Because the great part about UST is not everyone has summer classes, unless they failed, which not a lot of people do, right? Okay, good. And it's also an incentive for them not to fail their classes because they want to go on exchange, right? So there. I want to push this further, the X plus L. Next. For product development, like I said a while ago, since it's going to be about execution, and maybe some failing, and then some more execution, we're going to do pilot initiatives, Kickstarters, startups. We're gonna have to be ready to make mistakes, and we're gonna have to be ready to climb back up and try again. So for this, customized recruitment in colleges. The thing about UST is that we're divided into 17 colleges. Sometimes people from different colleges don't even see each other. All my friends are in biology. Probably all commerce people have commerce friends. Those things. It's very isolated and exclusive. So it may be a bad thing, but it can also be taken advantage of because at least when we do recruitment with these colleges, it can be more customized. So you just give them the TN that they might be interested in. Para your campaign is more focused. So we want to do this since each college is in a different building, and each building has a venue to have a booth, right? Yeah. Each venue has a place to have a booth. We want to do customized recruitment for colleges. And Simbahayan projects. I actually just got this from my experience with Kick for Ed because Simbahayan was really supportive. They're the ones in charge of NSTP. But they were really supportive of what we were doing because our beneficiaries were Simbahayan kids also. So UST's partner communities will be our beneficiaries for this, which is good for us also because we won't have a hard time finding communities to commit our projects to. And the ISEC Fair or the Global Village. Another thing about UST is they have a lot of fairs in the back of the main building. UST has no problem organizing fairs. They already have tents for it. I mean, they already have the materials for it because they're so used to it. So why don't we take advantage of that? Have our own global village. Let people see what ISEC is all about. Because when they see at least that there's an org that does big events like this, that will make them curious also. Like, what is this? Why are there white people? Why are there black people? It's interesting. So at least it pulls people towards ISEC. And then that's when we start to talk about the ISEC experience. We have to just not stop with the IWA. So the next.